This is Zach Crockford's Cast blog on my newspaper internship for the 6th of January or February 2011. Uh, so I have been feeling a little better, trying to catch up on school, going back for half days, and I also have this story that I'm working on. So I interviewed Mr. Heiser about what he thought of the relationship between Hyannis Main Street and Sturgis, and I think that I got a good feel for that. I have some quotes from him. Uh, I also contacted the headmaster of Pope John Paul. The thing is that Pope John Paul doesn't really have an open lunch, so there's less of an influence. But I do have a problem because I don't want to make this just about Sturgis, so I want to make it about high school kids. But the problem is that I think mostly the high school kids who influence Main Street are Sturgis kids. So I'll call Pope John Paul, ask him a few questions. He's not Pope John Paul, but ask their headmaster a few questions, see what he has to say about it, and I'll try and use that. My next step is going to be to interview some people on the community business board, which is right across the street on Main Street. So I'm going to go over there and ask them if someone would give me a statement about that, if I can ask a few questions. I may also, I will also talk to some of the street owners on Main Street, the 7-Eleven owner, probably the Palio's owner, maybe the owner of the candy corner store. I would like to find someone who has something a little negative to say, just because all the stuff that I have has been positive. So I will try and find someone. I'm not sure where I'm going to get that yet. I can always walk along the street and see who I can find to talk to. I may try that as well. Uh, so I'm going to start writing this up. I'm going to start, I think, open it with a maybe a little scene in White Hen or something like that. I just have to do a couple more interviews, ask a couple people some more questions, and I think I'm ready to go on this. My deadline is Wednesday. I do have a lot to do school-wise to catch back up, so this is perseverance and commitment. I'm dedicating a lot of my time to this as opposed to other stuff. And developing new skills, interviewing, is definitely a new skill for me. I also want to ask some of my peers, how they feel about it as students going out onto Main Street, because that's going to be the second part of this article. So this is my cast blog on my newspaper internship and the article I'm writing right now on the influence of Sturgis and high school kids on Main Street and vice versa.